So, in Season 5 of Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, the live events were improved with the economy updates. What this did was now give you a solar coin bonus on top of the reward. Now, funnily enough, this doesn't actually work, but the hotfix on November 12th, which fixes stuff like HDR, the AMD crash issue, extra poker features, etc., that will actually bring back the ability to earn those solar coin bonuses. But with that said, today we're going to take a look at the live event and the reward, as well as try and get some good times in the leaderboards on these races as well. So here we are for the first race. I kind of like, funnily enough, I think it's a bug, but I kind of like being able to start that scene through the window. Got to go faster in the Corvette C8 Stingray. This is on wheel, by the way, so if you guys are wondering about that, we take our first turn there, take another turn going in. You can kind of see my throttle inputs and how it's pretty important on these turns here, but we floor through this, take a break. I could probably have done that turn a bit better. We'll take another turn here, but I was kind of liking this race. I love this route, and funnily enough, I find that for routes like this, I can do pretty good in. The last race in this video, you guys will see, honestly, I could not get a better time. I tried like 2 or 3 times. I give up after that. The first two, I did a leaderboard time in the top 10 for the first try, and then I was like, okay, let me see if I can get like a top 5 run after. So here we are taking the next turn, as you can see. Now, this car is a bit weird. I think it's the gearing I used as well that might have played a factor. But my 7th gear makes no sense, and you can see that's exactly why I'm leaving it in 6th right now. Yeah, for sure 7th gear ratio is way too long. But we do a nice little break here, get the wheel turn rotation, floor it again, and we're getting some speed ahead of the crew. Do a nice little turn here again. And this race, it is quite familiar. It reminds me of a live event before, unless I'm crazy, but it feels a lot different due to the season 5 changes of how far you can see the other island and that sunset. So it does seem a lot better. That being said, take another turn here. I could do these turns a lot better, honestly. Looking back at the footage, honestly, I think I was kind of messing around. Take another turn here. And I am quite fond of this C8. You know, one of my gripes though is I do wish we had the ZR1 C8 rather than just the regular C8, because it has the same engine as, yeah, sorry, it's just a stock V8. But if we had the ZR1 with that beautiful wing, bro. Anyways, coming off to the end of this race, most of these live events were pretty quick, honestly, especially the Huracan one. It was like a minute 10 seconds per lap. Make the turn around here, quite easy, and we come through on the end. And let's take a look at our time on this race. I think it was like 8th place on the leaderboard, so we got a 2:35.66, ending up in 8th place on the leaderboard. Honestly, not bad. I think I can get, hopefully I'm good enough to get top 10 spots on most of the races here. Now on this one, we had the Huracan ready to go, and let's see how we do. Starting off the race, quick shifts on this one. I tried to use, so I put slicks on and some other stuff as well. 6 for sure you need to go with, but I love how this car handles. There you go, lose some speed. Quick hard braking to get the rotation down and accelerate out. And we're about 316 to start off. Now on this one, it was a little bit easier to get a better run, I think, on stock races and stuff like that, because once it gets to tuning in this game, honestly, I think that's where my level disparity kind of becomes an issue. When it's on like stock races, I could probably do something nice or anything of that sort. Nice rotation on that chicane as we head out. And this turn was getting me as well, because I wasn't able to find a good line on, especially on this turn. I wasn't able to find a good line. Then the line I found here was a bit interesting. I think I went across, and like you could technically go through the next one, but Bro, I tried for the first run I tried to do it, not gonna work. So honestly, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna skip it. I'm gonna play a little bit safe on this, just so I can try and get a good run. And then again, another turn like so, and I think I messed up the braking point on this one a bit. No, actually, I did pretty good. I think it was another one where I messed up for sure, though. Not bad so far. Honestly, this section, for sure, this section is where I lose time. I cannot find a good line, especially when you come to this turn, because you have to turn in a little bit and then it turns in more. It's like that turn on Monza, almost flipped the Huracan. I probably lost time there as well. So I could have maybe have gotten a better time overall on what I put on for this race, but I can't lie, I think it's still a pretty good time. And you guys can see exactly where I'm messing up, and I know I could do better, but then I'm just sitting on my PC doing races over and over again just for a time, which I don't really care about anyways. I'm not really a leaderboard hunter in Test Drive, or to be honest, any racing game. But nonetheless, first place, picked up some points on the live event with a 227.18, which put us in 6th. Not bad, behind another Alex and 4 other players. So, not bad. Now, this race, honestly, I could not do it well. I got like, I was nowhere close to the top 10. And, bro, that's all I really have to say. So, here we go in the BMW M4 is what I chose. Probably the better choice compared to the SL65 AMG was your other choice. The other thing I should mention, I'm pretty sure that you need to have your tuning down on this race for it to actually be competitive. But then again, the top spots I think had like a 3:02 or like a 3 minutes base time, which again on this one I think I got a 3:04, which put me well outside of the top 10, and I could not for the life of me try and get a better time. Like, I did everything I could, so I gave up on that. Sometimes you just gotta accept defeat, and that was literally me after this race. It was a pretty good one, I liked it, but yeah, trying for me to leaderboard hunt, which again, I never really leaderboard hunt in Test Drive. It's not my thing, especially when it comes to tuning. That's kind of why I like the stock races, or races that are kind of close to stock, because it's a lot easier to figure out how to drive the car and stuff like that. But at some points, maybe upgrades can be revisited in Test Drive. As I've seen a lot of the community say it on Twitter and Discord, sometimes the upgrades aren't the best. And that's something I think that we could probably do better. And involving the community on these actual changes would be very helpful. I say I could have gotten a better time, as you can literally see me hit a pylon, or not a pylon, not a traffic light, a street light. I can't believe it took me 2 tries to say. But anyways, yeah, involving the community with like maybe like a beta build of this these changes would be probably helpful in the grand scheme of things. I know the community has been asking a lot to be able to help us test. And yeah, I mean, come on, I could get a better time on this race, as you could tell, but man, I didn't really care for this one that much. The BMW M4 isn't really my favorite car to race around either. Same thing with the SL65 AMG. That's mainly my drift car, funnily enough. And another thing I should mention is the tune I had on this car on this race had camber of, I think it was -6, unless I'm crazy. Don't know why I had camber so crazy, but yeah, I did. As I went to go tune the car after, I think it was on drive mode 1, unless I'm crazy, and I didn't have on drive mode 1 on this race. I honestly couldn't tell, but yeah. Nonetheless, we put in a time of a 3:04, I think it is, or yeah, 5? Yeah, 3:05. And it was like 35 place. Looked at the leaderboard. I said, okay, Alex, yeah, GG, I'm done that. But that said, let's take a look at, of course, the live event reward, the rivalry shirt, which, to be fair, honestly, looks pretty nice. I like it. So you guys can see here, we put it on. It's nice black. It has a collar as well, and it fits very nicely. So I decided to make a quick fit with this new attire. We put on some glasses, remove the hat, change the pants and the shoes as well, just to match more cleanly. You guys can see we're looking quite fresh with that as well. Nice Vans shoes. I'm gonna call these Vans because that's probably the best thing to say. But yeah, so that's the live event that you guys have here. If you did enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe for more test drive unlimited solo crown content. You already know what it is. I'm Alex7, and I'll see you guys in another video. Peace.